Ah, the holiday feeling that starts in the air. Then you emerge from the clouds to a place where your time is your own, where you have the freedom to be happy-go-lucky or pamper yourself in the lap of luxury, where you can dive into adventure, nourish your body and feed your soul. A place where you can plan every step or take it as it comes. This is your Samoan holiday, and it's always gonna be beautiful. Beautiful Samoa.
Samoa, 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 Samoa.
So we're ready for the first race in the finals of the women's 200 meters individual medley. Vele of PNG, Decay, New Caledonia, Buondromo of Fiji, Saleh of Samoa, Toven of New Caledonia, Treguard of Tahiti, Scanlon of American Samoa, and Ferguson of the Marshall Islands. We're off in the first finals of this evening, and already traveling well is Lauren Saleh, the home favorite here. She picked up a gold in the 200 meters backstroke and was in fantastic form. Again, she's showing us a glimpse of that here. You can see Matalita Buondromo on the other side of her, as well as May Toven of New Caledonia. Coming down the home stretch, Nita Buondromo on the other side of her from Team Fiji, trying to lift, as well as the New Caledonian May Toven. Buondromo coming back strong in this race. Lauren trying to hold on here for Team. The crowd are getting behind her. Lauren Saleh for Team Samoa, get another one. Fantastic swim from this young lady, and I can hear the cheers already in Sataua and Savai. This young lady has been fantastic. This is the 1,500 freestyle finals. Righty DeVore, the record holder for this race, got off to a good start there for Team Tahiti. Wesley Roberts already into his strides. Got the gold medal in the 200 freestyle last night. Yeah, just looking at the swimmers across the pool there. Wesley Roberts just nudging ahead, but Righty DeVore as well right there alongside him. And you have Alex Ewitt as well from New Caledonia, and Ugo Savignac Temafa Yali Maiwai right on the outside lane. Noel Keane down the bottom here with Benoit Riviere.
So they really set themselves into a nice pace here. Just a nice two-beat kick. They probably build into the walls to get that momentum as they do a turn.
So there's Wesley Roberts just staying alongside Raiti DeVore. Raiti, of course, got the gold medal in the 5-kilometer open water on Monday. And he also still holds the record for this race, a 15.50.16 set in 2015.
So these swimmers will try and stick together as much as they can. That they will have had a good amount of experience at this race, so they know when they want to push. So there's a little bit of a strategy behind it. Don't want to leave too much space in there for the last couple of 100 meters. You want to hold up nice and close to give it all you can in the last probably 100 meters. When you hear that whistle go, that's when you see the 6-beat kick come back in.
Raiti DeVore of Tahiti is in the lead ahead of Wesley Roberts from the Cook Islands. You can also see the two New Caledonians, Alex Uert and Ugo Savignac. At the top of your picture with Temafa Yali Maiwai right out wide. We're talking about how Wesley Roberts, you know, he swam the 200 freestyle last night, and then today he swims the 1,500. I guess making that transition must be a difficult thing to do as well.
It is difficult. The 1,500 is a very different race compared to the 200. So there are swimmers that will cross the 2, 4, 8, and 15. But you know, when you start to get into World Championships of stage, then there's a very clear concentration on one or the other. And you know, if they do multiple events, then there's typically one that's going to be better. So it'll be interesting to see how Wesley holds up in the 15. I know his 200 was a little off his best, but you know, he's come off a lot of competition just recently and heading off to World Championships next week in Korea.
Righty, of course, came off the 5-kilometer into this race. Is that sort of more suitable?
It is a little bit. Open water is still a lot tougher because you're dealing with a lot of chop and waves. And on the first day there at the open water, towards the end of that race in the last lap, it did get quite choppy. So they would have had quite a different stroke. And this one, of course, you're swimming up and down the one lane with your turn. So the pool swimming is definitely faster than open water. So whereas the open water was 5 laps for 5K, this one is, they've got the little number counters down the end so they don't lose count, but we're heading into the 450 meter mark.
So it's Raiti DeVore of Tahiti that's in the lead, the current record holder for this race. And Wesley Roberts at his heels there, followed by the 2 New Caledonians, Ugo Savignac as well as Alex Uert. Must be a strategy as well to sort of stretch the lead early and try and push everyone as well. Raiti DeVore got a gold in the 5-kilometer open water swim, 4 silver medals, in the 400 medley relay, the 800 freestyle relay, the 200 freestyle, and the 400 freestyle relay. So already 5 medals at these games for this young man who's in the lead. Righty, it's only 23.
Tomorrow, I can imagine there'll be the 400 freestyle, which will be another one that these swimmers take part in. So, you know, to back up then after that. But that's what these guys do. They're very tough. They train for this. They're the ones that are in the water before everyone else and the last to get out. So, built very tough.
Wesley Roberts just trailing him at the moment. He got the gold medal in the 200 freestyle last night, the Cook Islander. He's based in Sydney and trains with the New South Wales Institute of Sports. And this is also his first games, but he, like many other athletes at these games, are also going to the World Champs, Ryan.
Yeah, so what we'll see here is typically World Championships, our Pacific Islanders won't have the qualifying to get in, so we'll have the advantage of sending 2 male and 2 female just to have that inclusion factor. But this World Championships, they're every 2 years, the long course, so this particular one a year out from Olympics is a part of that qualifying pathway for the universality swimmers. So they have to swim at this World Championships if they want to see themselves at the Olympics next year, unless they qualify, which is typically A qualifying, which is very, very tough. I was mentioning Wesley in the 200 freestyle is quite close. A qualifying is somewhere around 147, and he's a 149 swimmer, so he'll be looking to get into the A qualifying to make his position permanent. It'll be interesting to see how they play out this last 500 metres, whether they start to change a bit of pace or whether they're comfortable in their position. I think Device definitely wants to keep a bit of pace in between for the last 500 metres.
So consistently moving across that water. There's Raiti from Tahiti. Sort of lapped up Te Mawhaiali Maiwai right on the outside lane. Just to give you an indication of how fast this young man is traveling. He's also almost caught up to the New Caledonian swimmer, that's Benoit Riviere. There he is, he's just alongside Benoit of New Caledonia. So there's the distance between Righty DeVore and Wesley Roberts. He's just past Benoit of New Caledonia, Righty. Beautiful swimming style from this young man. And also just past Noel Keane from Palau. So Righty DeVore, as we've said, holds the record for this race, the 15.50.16 that he set in 2015, and his time at the moment is looking pretty good. Just sort of widen the gap.
Yeah, he has. I think he's got a comfortable win there for the moment. And just to consider as well, Wesley has to back up in probably only 10-15 minutes time for the 100 freestyle, which is a very, very different change of pace. So I think he might be reserving himself. He's definitely a comfortable silver there, so he's going to try and finish off this race and prepare for the 100.
Of Team Tahiti maintained his lead throughout this race. If you're just joining our coverage, this is the 1,500 freestyle finals, and he's led right from the start. This young man has consistently maintained that pace. Trailing him, of course, is Wesley Roberts from the Cook Islands, who picked up that gold medal in the 200 meters freestyle last night. And what a swim it was for the young man, winning a gold medal for the Cook Islands at the 2019 Pacific Games. There he is, Wesley Roberts. This is impressive from Righty DeVore. Just went out hard early on, and I guess it's a strategy that's really paying off for him, right?
Yeah, he's definitely worked hard there in the first couple of 100 meters, and now the whistle blown for the last 100.
The distance between Righty and Wesley Roberts. Impressive performance from this young man in this 1,500 meters final as he brings it home for his last 50 here. He's really coming home strong.
He's on pace for his record, so if he picks it up here, he may just touch it out.
Holds the record for this race of 15.5016, and he's going hard right to the boys. He brings it home here for Tahiti. Fantastic win.
There you got that. 10 seconds under. Or 9.
Here comes Wesley Roberts of Team Cook Islands. Just the first Pacific Games for him, and a second medal here. It's a silver in the 1,500 freestyle relay. Freestyle final it is. Ugo Savignac, just 17 years old. He will grab the bronze in this final, followed by Alex Hewitt, his teammate. Well done. So well done, Hefu Erecito has completed the 1,500 meters men's final. So we move on to the women's 100 freestyle final. So we have 3 gold medalists going head-to-head in this race. Emma Terrible got a gold in the 100 backstroke. Lashvel Stickland of Samoa got the gold in the 50 backstroke. And Mantelita Boondrummer got the gold in the 200 freestyle last night. And already the 3 of them going hammer and tong out there on the pool. You can see Yolani Blake as well going hard with Yolani Witzel on the outside lane. But Emma Terrible just changed a wee bit faster than everyone else, and she comes in. Here comes the challenge on the inside from Lashvel Stickland. She's starting to lift on the inside lane. Emma Terrible holding her ground on the outside for New Caledonia. Matalita Boondrummer right on the outside. Here comes Lashvel Stickland. She's really firing down this ball. The crowd here getting behind her. It's pretty close at the moment. Emma Terrible just starting to fade a wee bit. It's going to come to touching the wall. And that was close, but Emma Terrible just touches out Lashvel Stickland. What a close race that was, Ryan.
That was incredibly close there towards the end. Emma had a great start and a really nice turn, but Lashvel really picked it up there towards the end, showing her stamina.
So we move to the second last race of the night, and this is the men's 100 freestyle final.
So a good start, but yeah, that last 15 meters is really tough, and mentally you need to be able to challenge yourself to keep pushing through. Everything is burning. You feel like you're swimming through mud.
Already a good start here in lane 5 from Vimarel of Tahiti. You can also see in lane 4 Florent of New Caledonia. Also alongside him you can see Jagger Stevens from Guam. Just touching the wall first there and coming off very fast from the changeovers. Florent of New Caledonia, the 20-year-old, is really starting to lift as they head towards halfway mark. Florent starting to really pick up the pace here for New Caledonia. He's looking really good. Tahiti, Vimarel on the outside as well as Jagger Stevens from Guam. But Florent for New Caledonia is hanging on, and he'll take this one. A great swim in the end from Florent. That was a fast race, but Jagger Stevens and Vimarel as well as Wesley Roberts were really up there in the chase. But Florent gets the job done here. We move to the last final of the night. This is the mixed 200 meters freestyle relay. So we have Josh Torere for PNG to start for them. Virengo Mish for Palau, Nolani Day for Tonga, Netani Ross for Fiji, Goyech for New Caledonia, Lawrence Saleh for Samoa, Nicholas Vimarel for Tahiti, and David Roberto of the Northern Marianas. Coming off the water and looking really good there. Arms furiously going left and right here. You can just see in lane 7, that's Nicholas Vimarel of Tahiti is really looking good. Julien Goyech is also just touched in quickly there. And here they come. Again, Tahiti looking very good with Taki Dupont. He's leading the way for them. Taki Dupont for Team Tahiti. You can also see Epeli Rabor there for Fiji. And New Caledonia with Amel Idrio. But Tahiti will touch the wall first, and into the water goes Tregawad. Angeline Tregawad looking really good. Here comes the challenge from Fiji with Cheyenne Rover trying to lift on the outside, and you can just see Emma Terrible trailing them at the moment. Tahiti going hard here. This is Tregawad. Cheyenne Rover on the outside for Fiji. It's a race between the two at the moment. New Caledonia sitting in 3rd place. Cheyenne Rover really starting to lift. Tahiti into the water first. Here they come with Reverania. Fiji also there with Yolani Blake. It's stroke for stroke at the moment, and here comes Florent for New Caledonia. He's really starting to lift. Florent from New Caledonia, he's really flying. He's almost up to Yolani Blake of Fiji. It's really fast from Florent. He will take it for New Caledonia. What a race. It was left to the last swimmer to bring it home for them. That was between Tahiti and Fiji, and Florent, he flew down that pool. Emma Terabo and Julien Pierre Goyette just celebrating the moment with Amel Idrio.
A core sport of the Pacific Games, tennis, is being played at the Apia Park Tennis Centre. Men and women from 15 Pacific nations compete across 10 days. In a dynamic and fast-paced tournament, 7 medals are up for grabs in the tournament, including the teams event, mixed doubles, doubles and singles. The teams event is a mixed tournament for 8 players with no more than 5 of either sex. Fine Samoan weather allowed the team's medal to be awarded at the end of the first week of these 16th Pacific Games.
One in spirit!
Samoa.
Can he main retrieve that one? He can. Back heel to Tain Padom. Quick cross from him to the far post. Sako it was rising, and the referee has awarded a penalty. Sitaraki Hughes, I believe, was the culprit there. Richard Selle, the player, fouled. So let's see what Sako, the man who plays for Neuville in France, can do here. No problem at all for the big number 9, the old-fashioned centre forward, I guess you'd call him. And he keeps his record, very impressive record, going on his 7th appearance for his country. He scores his 7th goal and puts New Caledonia ahead. And more boots flying in. Not a great challenge by Sako, really, was it? No realistic hope of getting the ball. Krishna has now been floored, I would say, at least 6 times. Looks like it was the big striker, Sako, who got the yellow card. Picks out Hughes. Krishna with a bit of a flick. And the ball in the mixer here. What can Krishna do? Ah, brilliant effort by Roy Krishna. And a vital slip there. And that's the last action of this game. And New Caledonia have held on for a hard-fought win against Fiji in Group B at the Pacific Games football tournament. Just a penalty kick separating these two sides. Job done for New Caledonia. So they've won the gold medal here in the Pacific Games 3 times in a row. And they're on their way to making it 4.
Samoa.
So Samoa, Palumu
Tackle,
gets
release.
the ball and 3 defenders at the same time, the Samoan captain.
Yeah, releasing the ball again. Here's your mark here.
Forced to concede the penalty because they didn't have numbers. Now she doesn't clear the ball, so they pick up an easy
Outside, outside.
10 metres. Australia coming on to a short ball now was Whitfield. Second try for Australia.
Straight away.
Yeah, this Australian team is playing at a very rapid pace. Any penalties, they just tap and go, and you can see Samoa still sitting on their heels, and they're just playing on top of Samoa.
Time on.
Beautiful warm conditions. And Samoa have yet to have the ball inside the Australian half. Such has been the pressure of the Australian defence. And now from their first carry from the kickoff, they return the ball, and Soteria Pulumu makes the tackle. Australia with a nice cutout ball left to right. Now Easter Savalios beaten by a right foot step, and then some determined running from Australia, and they start the second half the way they finished the first, with a try to Charlotte Kennington.
Yes, thank you.
So Australia again with the quick tap, they shift out to the right edge. There's a player available on the inside. It's Paige McGregor. And too quick for Fa'alua. Lefu on the chase. And Paige McGregor, another try.
It's just one of the traits of all the Australian teams, of just playing at such a high pace and high tempo.
And the referee ends it with Australia very dominant, 38 points to 0.
Samoa.
Nice break made, a support coming on the inside. That ball is chipped on. Good running by Vailea. Now it's loose. Onelani Ponga offloads the ball for Osika. Now they've got an overlap, 3-on-2 down the right edge. Tonga. And eventually the ball is offloaded, and it's Samoa player picks it up. He's driven back in the end goal. We'll be coming out for a 5-metre scrum. Samoa for the first time in the match under some pressure.
And they did really well to defend both edges of the rugby field, because Tonga were moving it at a rapid pace. I think he should have given it there, because they always had the overlap on the end, but just to get in between that pass and just to slow it down, just to maybe run down the clock a little bit more, is going to be difficult here. But they'll still be short here, so they have to keep it on that blind side.
Bind.
Samisoni. Asi is at halfback for Tonga.
Let's fix it. Crouch.
I see a Halo at first receiver. And he is a smart player, Halo. And Asi goes to the right side. Samisoni. Asi not able to be contained in the tackle by Tila Mealoi, and in the end an easy try from the scrum for Tonga.
And in an ideal position here, so they can use one of their set pieces.
So Mealoi hits left, dummies the first player, misses out the second. Goes to Solia on the left edge. Looking for the recycle. Now Motunga. Now Loy. Joe Perez now. Long ball out to the right side for Vaili. Just outside the 22, Motunga at first. Receiver now, Asafalau. Strong player, Asafalau. Takes the ball into contact, they recycle. Back the right side, Perez at first receiver. Tries to draw in a free up. Vaili with a bit of footwork. He's got some skill, get the ball away in the tackle. And Joe Perez just short. And Vaili is held up, eventually gets it down. So a patient build-up from Samoa, and eventually they get the try to square it up 5-all with the conversion to come.
Really good try in the replay here. I mean, we're seeing the end of it here, just keeping the ball alive, finding the ground so it wasn't going. Nice little offload there. We still had the power to get there, recycle the ball, and just go over for a pick-and-go try here for a try.
They spend all the second half on defence. Samoa, now Tonga. Go towards the open side. There's a loose pass and then a bit of footwork. Get an inside ball. They've got an unmarked player on the edge, Tonga. So they were very patient. Just went long on the last play.
But this is a really good game of football. Both teams showing a lot of endeavour. Now some subs are coming on. Let's see who can finish strongly in this, coming back to the last couple of minutes.
Set.
So we're into the last 60 seconds, and Tonga have the ball, but they're inside their own half, and they lead by a converted try. But then the ball is loose, and Samoa now with a chance. Their ball is off for Tonga, and he'll sit down for 2 minutes.
I think it might
It'll
be
be
yellow
7
card.
on 6. For 2 minutes, Samoa need to get on with it. The time's ticking away. The fans know that Samoa need to make the tap and get on with it as the clock ticks away. Now they've wasted 10 seconds, Samoa. Now Perez with a long ball left to right. 6 Tongan defenders. Samoa back on the inside. And another pass that was nearly turned over. Samoa. 7 Samoan players on 6 Tongan defenders. Is this the try that they're looking for? It is. Joseph Perez is going to be under the post. Perez. The host nation, Samoa, to get away with the draw that finishes up 12-all, and that's a fair indication of what sort of game it was.
Tremendous competition this. Take nothing away from this Tahitian team that are on the court at the moment. They have brought their best for this final. Vanuatu winning the first set 21-12. Leading 16-12 in the second, but here is Mo. And that'll give them a little bit more confidence. Not easy to get points against this world-class Vanuatu duo of Pata and Toko. If they can get a couple of points here, Tahiti, anything can happen. Is there another chapter to this wonderful tale here? And there it is. Into the net. What do? They stay on court? Yes, they do. Happy to stay out there. That's 2 points to Tahiti. Mo with another serve. Right-handed serve into the space. Toko comes forward, but it's on the side of the side. And yes, they touch the net. There's another point to Tahiti. Oh, stand by. Such is the class of these Tahitian athletes. Looking for a 4th consecutive point, and she's at the net. Commentator's curse has worked again. Mind your business, says every fan in Tahiti. I won't put the jinx on next time. Let's see how they respond though. They're a good side, this Tahitian team, in there. Into the space, but they'll get the point, yes. Interference with the net again. It's been a real problem for a number of teams here, but this is the gold medal match, remember. Miraculously, Tahiti are back within one. The left-handed overhead serve is a good one. Pata to Toko. She floats it. She saw her dropping back. Oh, she left early. Whareura, to be honest. If she had held her ground for just another second, it would put the decision maker and Toko in two minds. Mo with the spike, it's rejected. Guess who? MP. Milapata. Vanuatu 19, Tahiti 16, who have been tremendous in this contest. Comprehensively beaten on day two. The girls from Tahiti regrouped. They went through some tough qualifying to get through to the quarters and then the semis. They beat the Australians. Did Vanuatu in the quarterfinals to book themselves here, but Tahiti had to go the long way in the semi-final, beating the Solomon Islands to put themselves in this position, and now they're still alive. Is Tahiti. Whareura. Lovely place, but it's too long. It's gone long. Set point, gold medal point, more importantly. And how appropriate that it's on serve, and Milapata will have a say there, but she's gone wide. It's 18-20. Good server. Vaihede Whareura, watch this, the left-handed spike. Yes, it's in play, good play. Toko sets it up, Milapata gets it over, and silver becomes gold for Vanuatu. Make the carver if you're in Vanuatu. Your girls are gold. Milapata and Sherson Toko have turned around after winning silver 4 years ago. They come to Samoa to win gold. Terrific contest, and for the Tahitians, Vaihede Whareura and Emery Mau, what a competition they made it. 21-12, 21-18. Vanuatu win another gold at the Pacific Games.
And so welcome back to us here at the Samoa weightlifting tournament, Pacific Games competition continuing for 2019. Second division today. So he's obviously liking this new weight, 128. He moves into the league for the moment. So here's McTaggart coming out then for his second at 137. Looked great at 133. Very clean lifting. Nice control in that deep squat, 137. Reckon he's got a couple more there if he wants them. Okay, Jacob Alonga is going high. He's going real high here. He wants to mix it with the big boys. So Oceania junior record here on the bar at 138. The old mark at 134, just about to be eclipsed here if he can get this. A lot of encouragement from the crowd. Record attempt up along it, third lift snatch. Beautiful Wonderful work, Jack, on the belong. And I tell you what, this crowd is a factor here. We predicted it when we were at the opening ceremony the other day. And there's a new Oceania junior record by Upper Longe.
Wake up. Come on. Pull.
And so we resume competition here then. Day 4, and we're deep into the men's 81 category. And now, with that last international outing in his mind, they're inviting him to start here at 160. You think he might have started at 155. Maybe he's been training the house down. Let's see.
Up. Breathe. Big leg. Hold.
Well, good on him. He's put the memories of the Alan Fura disaster behind him when he dropped 155 3 times in a row and shown himself to be good for 160. But this now is dangerous territory for this young Samoan. The junior Samoan hope from 160. Put it down twice. This is the 3rd attempt. He has got to get this lift. That is just pure Samoa power. Theoretically, having come out of a clean like that, he shouldn't have got it. He was there for an eternity with that 160 across his shoulders. So that's the new junior Oceania record with that lift. That's sensational. A new junior record. A brilliant lift. So 2 junior Oceania records at the end of the day for this young lifter. So this is one off what he did at the Arafura Games. This is his last lift of the championship. Holds off the Marshall Islander, puts himself into a good position up on the podium with this, behind the Indians.
Get up! Grip tight. Keep it.
Good lifting by the Kiwi. 168 is done. And McTaggart celebrates. Job done. Okay, he's going to try and match the Kiwi here at 168.
Relax.
168 too much for him today, so the great Marshall champ has to surrender to the New Zealanders today. 190 big kilos to see up the men's 81 here at the Pacific Games. Huge lift, 190 kilos. Clean and jerk Commonwealth record, total record if he gets it. Brilliant lifting by AJ Singh here at the Pacific Games. He's done the job. He's got a massive 190 kilos. He smashed the clean and jerk record by a monster 7 kilos, and he's taken out the Commonwealth total record as well.
Samoa.
Loses the belt, but that doesn't matter because the 75 kilos is secured over her head. So Harry then. Here's Luane Harry then, getting away the 85 kilos. Here's the New Zealander. This is her last throw in the snatch, 94. She's going a little conservative. See whether she comes up harder in the clean and jerk. Hasn't got a response from the Australian yet. 94, third attempt. Doesn't matter, she can move as much as she likes. As long as she's secure, she can run around that platform all day long if she needs to. Looks pleadingly, and she gets the majority decision. So she does get the light she wants. This is the response from the Aussie team. She's going 101. Puts her in lead by 1 kilo as they move into clean and jerk. .101 safely secured by the Australian. For the moment then she has the upper hand. This is our leader at the moment. We take a break, then when we come back we've got clean and jerk. So let's see whether she can get the majority decision. Unanimous would be good on this second attempt at 90. Once again, I think we're having a little bit of a struggle with this 90. Don't think she's going to attract. No, she's not. So now then, the problem is exaggerated for her because without this, she doesn't get the total. And that's a shame because she's been lifting quite well. She got away with a 70-75, fell over at the 81 in the snatch, but now she needs this. Otherwise, she won't get a total. She'll only be judged on that snatch of hers. The 75 she got earlier on. So she's got to get this to get some sort of a total happening. David Catator there. So she has to get this 90 to stay alive in the competition. So let's just see whether she can get the timing right. For a number of these younger lifters, of course, it's very, very difficult. So far, so good. That's better. I think they're going to give her this one. She seemed to lock it up a little bit better overhead. I think she's going to get it. They do indeed give it to her, so that's good. So she stays alive in the competition. Some warm applause here. $119. She's got it. So the Australian again moves back into the lead position.
Good job.
Samoa, Samoa.
Ah, the holiday feeling that starts in the air. Then you emerge from the clouds to a place where your time is your own, where you have the freedom to be happy-go-lucky or pamper yourself in the lap of luxury, where you can dive into adventure, nourish your body and feed your soul. A place where you can plan every step or take it as it comes. This is your Samoan holiday, and it's always gonna be beautiful. Beautiful Samoa.